When I want to learn the beginning about my beloved Taekook, there is always a topic that is always a subject of debate and controversy. Some claim that in the early years of their relationship, Jungkook treated Taehyung badly, did not love him, or even did unwanted things. These ideas have been circulating a lot on social media, but what I want to clarify is that this is just my view, based on what we have seen and felt so far. We all know that Jungkook can sometimes be a little reckless towards Taehyung in some situations. There are times when he doesn't pay attention to those around him, like when Taehyung tries to hug him or chooses him as the last in some games, where he has to choose the most attractive. Or other little things that from our perspective may seem less attentive or give the impression that Jungkook can't do it to tolerate Taehyung. But I personally think it's not because Jungkook doesn't love Taehyung, but because he doesn't know how to express those feelings at that time in his life. You have to remember that Jungkook was still a teenager in those early years, and I don't think he was romantically interested in Taehyung at the time, at least not like he is now. What I can assure you though is that from the beginning I admired him greatly. Jungkook has mentioned on numerous occasions how hard Taehyung worked to prepare for his debut, always highlighting the discipline and perfection that Taehyung put into it. Keep in mind that Taehyung was such a perfectionist that he would practice for hours on end, sometimes only sleeping a few hours a day, and this effort did not go unnoticed by Jungkook. The fact that Jungkook remembers those moments in such detail speaks to the fact that he cared for Taehyung from the start. The details that Jungkook keeps in his memory don't come from someone who hates or ignores others, they come from someone who, although he may not have known how to express it at the time, was always paying attention to Taehyung. To me, that's a clear sign that Jungkook, from the start, valued Taehyung more than he let on. And if he really hated Taehyung's presence, he wouldn't have paid so much attention to such important details. And while his way of showing affection at the time wasn't so obvious, the fact that he was always observing and admiring Taehyung tells us a lot about his true feelings. On the other hand, Taehyung's admiration for Jungkook is something that I think was clear from the start. Taehyung has always been someone who sees the best in Jungkook, who supports him and pushes him to keep growing. But just like Jungkook, I highly doubt that in the early years the two felt anything more than a deep friendship. The beautiful thing about their relationship is how it has evolved over time, that is, everything between them has changed slowly but surely, taking small steps that have led them to where they are today. I love how their relationship hasn't been rushed, but has matured naturally, as if every stage of their lives has prepared them for what they have now. It's as if, from the start, they both knew there was something more between them, but it took them time to figure it out. That's one of the reasons why their relationship is so special, because it wasn't something that was forced, but something that grew and developed over time. And while at first Jungkook didn't seem to know how to handle his feelings or how to show his affection for Taehyung, it's clear now that there was always something between them, something that has grown into what we see today, a relationship full of love, respect, and friendship. Over the years, we have seen how the two have gone from a friendship of admiration to something deeper, something that goes beyond any label. And that evolution is what makes their relationship unique, because no matter how many theories or rumors circulate, what they have is real and they build it together, step by step. Without rushing, but with the certainty that they will always be together for each other. For me, that is what makes Taekook one of the most beautiful stories of friendship and growth that we have ever witnessed. And now I want to address another topic that always comes up. And this is the misconception that many people still have about Jungkook about liking Taehyung or forcing him to be close to him. Many people remember moments in the past when Jungkook as a younger man seemed reserved in certain affectionate gestures towards Taehyung, to the point of claiming that the current company forces Jungkook to interact with him. So that is an idea so disconnected from reality that it ignores Jungkook's own words. On one occasion when someone answered the famous question if Jungkook liked Kim-taehyung friendship, and Jungkook himself confirmed that, of course, he did. But the most revealing thing about that moment was not just Jungkook's words, but the reactions of his bandmates. They said, jokingly, that you only need to look at Jungkook's face to know what he really felt.